I'm Cynthia, and I'm a nutrition coach and a personal trainer here at Pursuit.
What's up, guys? My name's Levi. I'm a personal trainer here, and I'm our head sports performance coach.
Hi, I'm Rosemary. I'm a group class coach here at Pursuit and a personal trainer.
I'm Rochelle Brent, and I'm a private trainer here at Pursuit also.
Usually when a client thinks they're doing everything right but nothing's changing, then there's something that is not going right. Or we're focusing on maybe the big rocks. We're not focusing on the big rocks that actually matter. So for example, I just had a client that thought they were eating 1,600 calories, and we kind of went in there and fixed what's going wrong a little bit, and it turns out it's closer to 2,000 to 2,100. So a lot of the times there's just something that isn't, you think you're doing everything, but you're really not.
Yeah, so I've definitely seen clients who, on paper, they're doing all the right things. But a lot of times I think we discount things like recovery or sleep, stress. Like I've definitely seen people overdoing things that are sometimes sabotaging results that should be a little bit more clear. But like Cynthia said, a lot of times we're underestimating or overestimating some of the basic things. But yeah, I think sometimes also I've seen with women who are in midlife, hormones, things can be off that just typically have always worked for them and all of a sudden aren't. So yeah, we got to get creative and dig a little bit deeper, and yeah.
Yeah, I'd say one thing that I don't always track with like my high school athletes that I work with is things like sleep and stress, like not realizing like, hey, on paper you're hitting all your numbers that you're supposed to on your lifts and things like that, but what are you doing outside the gym, things that I don't always check in with athletes, that's usually where I go next. If like, hey, you're 100% compliant, but there's just a layer deeper that we haven't maybe touched yet. With Gen Pop, it might be a little bit different, but with athletes, I'm not checking to see how much a high school boy is sleeping, right? But if we're not making progress, that's when those questions come up.
Oh, I guess as like a personal trainer and not a nutritionist, for me with my clients, like I'll make sure that they are doing everything correct in the gym. They're doing their workouts, they're getting their steps in, they're getting their sleep, their recovery. And then since I'm not nutrition, it might be, okay, let's take a look at nutrition and see if that is the next step for them.
One of the biggest things is like, if you're telling me that you're doing all of these things correctly, that's where I think the relational part comes in really big. Like you can trust me, you can be honest with me about these things. Like if there's no relationship there, then I might be just to please my coach, right? I might be reporting that I'm getting these 20,000 steps or whatnot, or I'm not. If there's somebody I don't have a relationship with, I might not tell them, hey, I'm super stressed at work, or there was 2 nights that I got about 4 hours of sleep. Crazy lifestyle, right? I think that's the relational part too. They have to trust you as a coach in order to communicate those things that they might be missing.
On top of that too, I think another good one would be like you're rating your stress on a scale of 1 to 10. So like what is a true 8? What's a true 6? So like there's that part too where it's like, oh, my stress has been really, really low, but to them really low is maybe like a 5, and you're like, that's not very good. Or like to them it's like, I function great on 4 hours of sleep. Are you actually though? So there could be like dialing in those tiny little
misunderstandings.
Yeah. I think it's okay to cross that line. I mean, I am almost pretty much best friends with one of my clients. A couple other clients invite me to like a work party before, so I think you create that really close connection. I mean, we're dealing with their body, so you kind of have to be vulnerable and close enough to feel comfortable talking about some things. So I say being friends and a client, like, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I think if you're not getting invited to birthday parties, you're probably doing it wrong. Like, you should be getting invited to birthday parties. I think the only time that would be like a slippery slope like ever is if there's no respect or accountability. Like, what's up, homie? I was out, like, hit the town last night. Ain't no way I'm going. It's like, well, we probably crossed the line there. Like, there has to be some kind of accountability. Like, I want honesty. If you went and got smashed last night, that might change what my session looks like. But, like, I don't know. I think there has to be a little bit of accountability and respect there in that relationship. But if you can do that on a friendly level, then I think we're good.
I think just creating boundaries. So, just because we're friends now doesn't mean you can hit me up at 11 p.m. asking about this, and this. Like, it's still, I'd say that's the biggest thing, is that doesn't just give you, like, unlimited access. Because at the end, we still do this for work. And so you have to see that.
This is where it's really important as trainers that we know, like, our scope of practice. And I know for me, like, I try to have resources or other professionals that I would collaborate with because I don't know what it is about training or exercise, but it brings out, a lot of hard things in our life too. And so I think just like knowing how to help our client in the best way. And sometimes it's not me. Sometimes it's like, you need help in this area. I'm going to help you with this part. We work together because I truly believe that our physical bodies are connected to our mental and emotional, and so we have to care for the whole thing.
I think as someone who does both nutrition and personal training, I like to know, like, everything that's going on, because a lot of the times these are the stressors. And I think what people forget is that whether it's life stress, relationship stress, like work stress, it's all stress and it's looked the same. And again, staying within the scope of practice, but it is something that I like to know because then we can, like, adapt to it and learn how to navigate it. I've realized that a lot of people that come to the gym are actually always going through something or have, you know what I mean? It's just like we're all here to kind of escape some sort of, like, problem and have an outlet. No one ever leaves the gym feeling worse, Sometimes it is nice to come here and you can talk to us about it and we'll still find a way to get you what you need out of it. So that's just how I navigate it.
This has probably consistently for years and years and years been the idea that how fast or how long it actually takes to see progress. Everybody's on fire or New Year's resolution type kind of thing. Like, hey, my life's going to be completely different, or my body is going to be completely different in a month. It's like most long-lasting habit changes, lifestyle changes, and physical changes are going to take longer than that. Like, you'll start to see some results, but like your body physically changing, it takes time.
I think one thing that I seem to see with my clients is maybe not current society, but with midlife, the scale, like being tied to a number and tying your value to just being smaller and even just being skinnier and not really caring maybe for their overall health and what it looks like to actually put muscle on, which is such a vital organ as you age, and that sometimes the scale goes up, and that can be really discouraging, and just this lie that we tie our value to the scale.
I think bouncing off the timeline thing a little bit, it just doesn't sound fun when you tell someone, hey, like, your dream body could take 10 years, but that doesn't mean, like, not to work towards it, that it's not going to be a good time to get there and that you're not going to see good, like, progress or results. 10 years is going to pass by anyways. So it's like, why do you want that right now? Like, would you be happy if you got that right now? Because part of the process is actually going to be the part that makes you feel more fulfilled than how you look. The moment you let that go, like the number, the look, and you're like, you know what, I'm doing this to feel good. I'm doing this to be healthy. You're going to be seeing all the results that you have probably been wanting, I
agree with you that, like, that process being much more beneficial to you as a whole person, yes. But if I could take a magic pill and gain 60 pounds of lean muscle, I think I would. What do you like? Like,
I would not.
I don't know a lot of people who would honestly say, No.
Tomato.
Now, I think that process is extremely more valuable, right? Like, you're going to get so much out of that process, but I don't know too many people who would honestly say, if I could take the magic pill, become a millionaire and gain 60 pounds of muscle, that they wouldn't do it.
I think that when you're given the things that you want, you don't appreciate it. And you see that all the time. And then you don't appreciate yourself, because sometimes maybe you won't be rich, maybe you won't look that way. And so when you get these things, you just don't appreciate it when it's there, or the hard work that it took to get there. So yeah, I guess if someone told me that I could have my dream body with this pill, I personally wouldn't take it. But I've had a lot of times where I had to delay my gratification, and I do feel like that has made me the person who I am today, you know? And it does sound nice, and we're in a time where we're being sold that idea that it's like, hey, take this pill, you're gonna get all these things way easier than these other people. But it's like you're kind of losing the plot of like, well, I'm not gonna get to, you know, really know myself and what my limits are, what I can push through. And I think that's really important too. It's kind of like the part of being human, you know?
I think it also comes down to what we value. And if you want to work hard for something you value, some people just want the result and they don't care about this, but maybe in their lives, businesses, they work hard and get that gratification. And so, I mean, I think it's just everybody is individual and you got to treat it that way.
Relative.
Yeah.
But I think it comes like, it's almost the same example of the weight goal. People come to us with the weight goal, but don't even know why, like what this weight goal is, or what they think they're going to achieve, like on the inside, I guess, with this weight goal. And a lot of the times they get to that weight goal and they're kind of like, I feel the same, you know what I mean? So it was never the weight goal. It's not saying that you're not going to feel good when you get to that goal, but it was like the process to get there.
Yeah, and I think that's really important as we're training our clients, that we're digging deeper into their goals. Like, what is the reason behind it? Because they could achieve it and then just feel completely flat. And if we're not digging to kind of find that deeper meaning in that goal, you know, so we can ultimately, I mean, that's what we should be looking at as a trainer, is like, what is it that's behind what you're wanting? And because we're the expert, right? And so sometimes people are coming in here not really knowing what they want. Like you said, they want a number on the scale, and that's really maybe not what they ultimately want. Yeah, we're going to help them get to what they're looking for, because we're in the business of results. But yeah, I think that's a huge part of personal training, is digging deeper and helping them understand what it is they're actually looking for.
Cherry vanilla Pepsi, and then I'm gonna go vanilla core power mixed with a orange dreamsicle rain, one drink. That's pretty awesome. And then I love the element packets, whether like I need to take them or not, they're so freaking good. Raspberry salt.
I don't know. I'm running through so many like drinks. Current fave drink is, I've been on a cherry craze. So the Bloom Shirley Temple is really, really good. And then I've really been enjoying, oh my gosh, well, all-time favorite would be like Sonic Cherry Limeade. And then I guess third favorite would either be like a zero sugar root beer or like a zero sugar like orange Fanta. Orange by far.
I'm going to go with Levi's Elementy citrus salt water. I have actually overdosed on electrolytes, so they're easy to drink. And then any Italian sparkling water.
Well, any soda that's in a glass bottle is going to be good.
Yeah.
Diet Coke canned specifically, delicious. I don't drink my calories, so that's what I'm having. It's been years. I'd rather eat my calories. And I guess, what did I say the first time?
Cherry Coke.
Coke Zero. Oh yeah, and Piccolani energy drink.
Now we're just naming it up.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
Cool.
Cheers.